Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am still on day 9. I am now walking towards the airport to visit my mother, maybe for a couple of days, then before I return back to the island again. So I thought I would just record a video at night as I walk to the airport. Hope the voice is clear anyway, because the traffic's passing by and noise, a bit windy as well, so you might hear the wind. Yeah, so you can see that I've made some progress. I recorded part 1 of day 9. I'm now down to 114.5 kilograms, alhamdulillah. I've still got a long way to go, but inshallah I'll achieve my target of dropping 45 kilograms within 100 days. Now the whole purpose of recording these daily videos is because I want to show you that the progress. Sometimes it's not quite linear, right? So some days you might see the weight is stagnant, it's not moving, so you feel like giving up and stuff. I watched a video on YouTube. There was this lady, she was exercising, making these milkshakes and smoothies and stuff like that, eating the fruits and vegetables, and trying to stick to a healthy diet. And she was complaining after 6 days the weight isn't coming down, and she was saying, why me, why isn't my weight coming down? And she was complaining. Okay, of course, as Muslims we say alhamdulillah for everything. We make our effort, we do our best, and we leave the rest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either to bless us with success or give us more challenges. Maybe it's a sign to tell you, keep going, work harder, make more dua and so on. Pray, do this one thing that's completely neglected. I mean, we all know the benefits of fasting now. All these scientific papers and research has been done on the benefits of fasting, intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting on the body. But I haven't really seen, I haven't come across any research which kind of looks into the benefits of praying, that physical movement. And I can tell you now that anytime I look into something, I always find that anything prescribed by Allah as an obligation, it has benefits for us as human beings. So we should always take anything that Allah has obligated us with, whether it's fasting, zakat, performing hajj, praying. It's all beneficial for mankind. It's a subscription, not for it's not going to benefit Allah in any way, whether you pray or not, whether you fast or not, whether you give zakat or not. Allah doesn't need you. Allah doesn't need me. But we need our Creator. We need Allah in our life. And He's only telling us how to live a healthy, successful life, productive life. He's given us the best roadmap, the blueprint, how to succeed. Just like, I don't know what brand of mobile you have, but let's just say that you have an iPhone. And, see, on the iPhone, let's just say the manual tells you to, do's and don'ts, and don't do this, and don't leave your phone on the charger, otherwise after a while the battery will deplete and, gets weaker and so on. Or don't go in a bath and in the shower with your mobile because it's not waterproof. Whatever advice that manufacturer is given in that manual. Now you decide to go against it. So you have no one else to blame except yourself. If something goes wrong, don't blame anyone. Don't blame God. Don't blame anything else. Don't blame the manufacturer, the maker. Blame yourself for it. You caused that damage. So likewise, if you decide, okay, if I neglect one of my obligations or I don't fast, whatever, and then you get hit with some health issues or whatever, and you might realize that those who do pray, those who are fulfilling this obligation, they don't have the same medical condition or issues, health issues. And you'll be wondering why. Why is it that those people that pray, don't suffer from, psychological issues and so on? Maybe part of that sajda, it has some benefit for your head. The blood that rushes to your brain, and we know that in Islam there is a huge benefit, and the best position to be in is when you're in sajda, as an example. So maybe it's a way that Allah's telling us that we should, stay longer when we're doing our sajda, take longer when we're praying. This is advice for me as well. I need to also improve my khushu in my prayer. I need to focus more in my prayer. I get distracted a lot of times. I'm always thinking about so many different things, and what I'm going to do after I finish praying, and places I have to go and so on. So maybe we should focus more, get less distracted, just have this focus, laser focus when we're praying, that we're standing in front of Allah, have this khushu, take time, and also perform supererogatory prayers. I can tell you now, as a fact, the best period of my life and the healthiest and my peak of my health, it's not just because I was young and at my youth, but my peak of my strength and everything is when I used to do extra prayers. I used to, do the sunan and do the nawafil, and I used to say, well, I'm going to compete against everyone else. I'm going to do more prayer than everybody else. And that's what I used to do. Unfortunately, I couldn't maintain it because I got to a point where I was praying between Isha till Fajr, and I wasn't getting enough sleep. So that had an adverse effect eventually. So I had to cut down on that. But what I'm telling you, that at that point, I was lifting the most weight in the gym. I was doing the most exercise. I felt strong. I was confident in myself. I had so many other benefits. And I'm thinking maybe it is that prayer that made me strong. It's that physical exercise, like meditation, yoga. Anyway, I have to go now. Just entering the airport. Inshallah, I'll record another video again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.